Why me? She asked. Why am I here? There are other artists in Noxus, better than me. A soft chuckle drifted around her. Such modesty. Yes, it is true. There are artists more technically proficient than you, said Vladimir. Your jealous colleague, Tabo, for example, understands perspective better than you ever will. Young Cerise's use of color is outstanding, and the stoic Zerka has an eye for detail that makes his work endlessly fascinating. Conrad, however, will never be more than a dabbler. But you already know this. You know my friends? She said. Of course. Did you think I chose you at random? I don't know. How did you choose me? To capture such a transformative moment, I required someone whose heart and soul goes into their work, an artist truly worthy of the name. That is why you are here, Maura Betsinia, because every brushstroke is personal to you. Every mark on the canvas, every choice of color has meaning. You understand the heart of a painting and willingly give something of your soul to capture the life it represents. Maura had heard the flattery of patrons and the empty praise of her fellow painters before, but Vladimir's words were utterly sincere. He meant every word, and her heart lifted to hear such affirmation. Why now? What's so special about this moment in time that you want your portrait painted? What was it you said? You only have a painting done at a turning point in the affairs of the world. Vladimir's voice seemed to coil around her as he spoke. And such a moment is upon us. I've dwelled here for such a long time, Maura. Long enough to oust the Iron Revenant from his immortal bastion. Long enough to see the many rulers who came after him claw their way to power over the corpses of their brothers before treacherous ambition brought them low. Long enough to know the canker that lurks at the Empire's heart, a midnight flower with roots in old and corrupted soil. We have danced, she and I. Oh, how we have danced in blood over the centuries. But the tempo of the music has changed, and the dance nears its end. This parade of fools I walk among, this life, it is unsuited for what must come next. I don't understand. What is coming next? At almost any other time before, I could have answered that with certainty, continued Vladimir. But now, I do not know. All I know is that I must change to face it. I have been passive for too long and allowed flunkies and hangers-on to fawn over my every whim. But now I am ready to take what is mine, that which was so long denied me, a kingdom of my own. This is immortality, Maura. Mine and yours. Immortality? Of course. Is it not by the warrior's deeds and artist's craft that they achieve immortality? The legacy of their work lives on beyond the feeble span of mortal lives. Demacia reveres the warriors who founded it and the martial tenets to which they dogmatically cleave. Great works of literature set down thousands of years ago might still be performed, and sculptures freed from blocks of marble in the ages before the Rune Wars are still viewed with awe by those who can find them. Maura sensed with complete clarity that to climb these stairs would be committing to something irrevocable, something final. How many other artists had stood where she was right now? How many had lifted their foot and placed it on the first step? How many had come back down? How many had turned and walked away? Maura could leave now, of that she was certain. Vladimir was not lying to her. If she chose to leave, she had no doubt she would arrive back at the studio unharmed. But how could she face each day from now until the wolf or the lamb came for her, knowing she had lacked the courage to take this one chance to create something incredible? "Maura," said Vladimir, and this time his silken voice was right before her. She looked up, and there he was, silhouetted against the red light drifting down from above. His form slender and cursive, white hair streamed behind him, and swarms of crimson-winged butterflies filled the air above. His eyes, once rendered in vivid blue, were now a smoldering red. They pulsed in time with her heartbeat. He reached out to her, and his slender fingers were elegantly tapered, with long nails like glittering talons. "So, shall immortality be our legacy?" asked Vladimir. "Yes," she said. "It shall." Maura took his hand, and together they climbed the staircase into the veils of crimson.
He was ours the moment he came ashore.
"Quiet!" snapped Yorick. The man on the table was now gasping for breath. So the world believed, of course. Once her deception was complete, she reached out to Darkwill herself.